The moment English enters your ears, your mind should not have to run back to another language for help. But for many learners, that is exactly what happens. You hear English, translate it, check it, rebuild it, and then try to answer. By that time, the moment has already passed. This is why you may know hundreds of words and still become silent when someone speaks to you. The problem is not that your English is weak. The problem is that English is still taking the longest road through your mind. Today, we are going to shorten that road. You do not need to move to London or New York. You do not need a native speaker beside you every day. Your room can become your English environment. Your daily routine can become your speaking class. When you look at your phone, think, "My battery is low." When you open a window, think, "The air feels fresh." When you feel tired, simply think, "I need to rest." These small sentences are teaching your brain that English is not only a language you study, it is a language you can live inside. And when English begins connecting directly with your actions, feelings, and surroundings, something powerful happens. You stop translating every word. You begin understanding ideas. You stop preparing every sentence. You begin responding naturally. You do not need hours of painful study. You need small, intelligent moments repeated every day. One thought while walking. One sentence while cooking. 1 minute of speaking before sleep. Today, we begin training your mind to stop borrowing another language and start thinking directly in English. Lesson 1. The 3-second curse. Why English dies before you speak. You know the answer. You understand the question. The words are somewhere inside your mind. But when it is time to speak, nothing comes out. For 3 seconds, your mind becomes completely busy. First, you hear the question in English. Then you change it into your own language. Next, you prepare the answer in your own language. After that, you search for English words. Then you check the grammar. Then you worry about pronunciation. And before you finish this process, the moment is gone. Someone else begins speaking. The listener looks away. You smile and say, "I don't know." But the truth is that you did know. Your English did not disappear. It simply arrived too late. This is what I call the 3-second curse. Those 3 seconds may look small, but they are enough to kill your confidence. Every time you wait for a perfect sentence, your brain learns a dangerous lesson. Speaking English is slow, difficult, and risky. Today, we are going to teach your brain a new lesson. You do not need a complete sentence before you begin. You only need a starting sound. Someone asks, "What did you do today?" Do not search for the entire answer. Start with, "Today." That one word gives your mouth permission to move. Then continue. "Today, I went outside. Today, I worked at home. Today, I was very busy." The sentence does not need to be beautiful. It only needs to begin. Here is your first practice technique. I call it the 3-second launch. Ask yourself a simple question. What did I eat today? Count. 1, 2, 3. Before you reach the end of 3, your mouth must make an English sound. You can say, "I, today." For breakfast, it was. The first words may feel weak, but they open the door. Once your mouth begins moving, your mind usually follows. Try another question. How are you feeling? Do not prepare a long answer. Begin immediately. I feel, then complete it. I feel tired. I feel good. I feel a little worried. Your first goal is not perfect English. Your first goal is fast entry. A car cannot travel until its engine starts. In the same way, your English cannot move until your voice starts. Many learners wait for confidence before they speak. But confidence does not come first. Movement comes first. Confidence follows movement. For the next 5 minutes, Ask yourself 10 simple questions. Answer every question within 3 seconds. Do not stop to correct small mistakes. Do not restart the sentence. Do not apologize. Your only job is to enter the sentence before translation enters your mind. At first, your English may sound simple. That is not failure. Simple English spoken at the correct moment is more powerful than perfect English that never leaves your mouth. Break the curse by starting early. Do not give silence enough time to grow. Lesson 2. The secret language loop. Your brain is doing double work. Imagine carrying 2 heavy bags while trying to run. One bag is your first language. The other bag is English. This is what your brain does when you translate every sentence. You are not only speaking English, you are building the same message twice. Suppose you want to say, I need to buy some vegetables. Your brain may first create the sentence in your own language. Then it searches for the English meaning of every word. Then it tries to put those English words in the correct order. This feels responsible. It feels careful. But during real conversation, it becomes a trap. Your listener is not waiting for a written exam. A conversation keeps moving. When your brain builds every sentence twice, you become mentally tired. Even a small answer feels like hard work. That is why you may understand English for 1 hour, but feel exhausted after speaking it for 5 minutes. The problem is not always weak vocabulary. Sometimes the problem is double work. We must remove one part of the process. Instead of this, English question, your language. Your answer in your language. English translation, spoken English. We want this. English question, meaning, spoken English. Notice the middle word, meaning, not translation, meaning. When you see a cup, do not silently say the word for cup in your language, and then search for the English word. Train yourself to connect the object directly with cup. When you feel hungry, connect the feeling directly with, I'm hungry. Do not travel through another language first. Here is a powerful home technique called the meaning flash. Look around your room. Choose 5 objects. For each object, say one direct sentence. Door, the door is closed. Chair, I am sitting on the chair. Phone, my phone is on the table. Window, the window is open. Bottle, this bottle is empty. Do not ask, what is this called in my language? Stay with what you can see. English must connect with the object, not with a translated word. Next, practice with actions. Stand up and say, I am standing. Walk and say, I am walking. Open the door and say, I am opening the door. Touch the wall and say, I am touching the wall. Now English is no longer coming from a textbook. It is coming from real life. Your body moves, and English follows. This builds a direct path inside your brain. You can also practice with feelings. When you are tired, say, I am tired. When you are confused, say, I don't understand. When you are cold, say, I feel cold. When something surprises you, say, I did not expect that. Do not translate the feeling. Name it directly. At first, the translation voice may still appear. Do not fight it. Do not become angry with yourself. Simply answer more quickly in English. Every direct sentence makes the old loop weaker. Every direct sentence creates a shorter road. Your brain uses the road you practice most. When you translate every day, translation becomes automatic. When you connect English with objects, actions, needs, and feelings, direct English slowly becomes automatic. You are not trying to forget your first language. Your first language is part of you. You are simply teaching English to stand on its own feet. Lesson 3. The first word hack. Speak before translation takes control. Most learners believe speaking begins with a complete sentence. It does not. Speaking begins with the first word. That first word is extremely important because it decides which language will control the next few seconds. When you wait silently, your first language usually takes control. It begins creating the message. It begins checking the meaning. It begins translating. But when you speak one English word immediately, you give English control of the road. This is the first word hack. You do not need to know your full answer. You only need to know how to enter it. For example, someone asks, "Why are you learning English?" Your mind may need time to prepare the reason. So begin with, "Because." Now your brain has a direction. Because I want a better job. Because I want to travel. Because I want to speak with confidence. Someone asks, "What do you think about this idea?" Begin with, "I think." Then continue, "I think it is useful. I think it may work. I think we need more time." Someone asks, "What happened yesterday?" Begin with, "Yesterday. Yesterday, I met a friend. Yesterday, I stayed at home. Yesterday, something strange happened." A strong first word gives your brain a path. Without a path, your mind searches everywhere. With a path, it only searches for what comes next. You should create a small collection of first word keys. Use these keys again and again. I think. I feel. I believe. For me. Today. Yesterday. Usually. Because. First. Actually. The problem is. The good thing is. These are not empty words. They are speaking doors. They allow you to enter a sentence before the perfect sentence is ready. Here is your practice. Choose one first word key. For example, I think. Now speak for 30 seconds. I think learning English takes time. I think people become afraid of mistakes. I think daily speaking is important. I think we should use simple words. You may repeat the same beginning. That is fine. You are training speed, not writing an essay. Now use. Usually. Usually I wake up early. Usually I drink tea. Usually I check my phone. Usually I work in the morning. Next use. Yesterday. Yesterday I felt tired. Yesterday I finished some work. Yesterday I watched a video. Yesterday I went to bed late. This technique removes the pressure of creating every sentence from nothing. The beginning is already prepared. You only build the second half. You can also use the first word rescue during a real conversation. Suppose someone asks you a difficult question. You do not know the answer yet. Say, "That is interesting," or "I think," or "For me." These words give your mind an extra second. But you are still speaking English. You are not frozen. You are not translating in silence. You are thinking inside the language. Do not wait for your brain to give you permission. Sometimes your brain will say, "Wait, the sentence is not ready." Your answer should be, "The sentence can become ready while I am speaking." This is how natural speakers often communicate. They do not always know the end of the sentence when they begin it. They discover the sentence as they speak. You can do the same. Begin with one safe word. Let the next word meet you on the road. Lesson 4. The dead word escape. Keep talking when vocabulary disappears. There will always be words you forget. Even advanced speakers forget words. The difference is not that they remember everything. The difference is that they know how to escape. Many learners are speaking well until one word disappears. Then the whole conversation dies. They stop. They look down. They search their memory. They say, "What is the word?" The missing word becomes more important than the entire message. But communication is not a vocabulary test. The listener does not need your perfect word. The listener needs your meaning. Suppose you forget the word umbrella. Do not stop. Say, "The thing we use when it rains." You have escaped. Suppose you forget pharmacy. Say, "The place where we buy medicine." Suppose you forget neighbor. Say, "The person who lives next to my house." Suppose you forget receipt. Say, the paper they give you after you pay. This is not bad English. This is intelligent communication. You used the English you had to protect the conversation. I call this the dead word escape, because the missing word may be dead for a moment, but your sentence stays alive. There are 4 easy escape roads. The first road is function. Explain what the thing does. A charger is the thing that gives power to my phone. A key is something we use to open a door. The second road is location. Explain where we find it. It is something we keep in the kitchen. It is a place near the hospital. The third road is appearance. Explain what it looks like. It is small and round. It is a long metal thing. The fourth road is example. Give a similar thing or situation. It is like a small computer. It is something like a taxi, but many people travel in it. You can combine the roads. Suppose you forget stapler. Say, it is a small office tool. We use it to join papers together. Your listener will probably understand. Here is an excellent home drill. Choose 10 objects around you. Do not say their names. Describe each object until an imaginary listener can guess it. For example, it is small. I use it every morning. It has numbers. It wakes me up. The answer is an alarm clock. Try another. It is in the kitchen. It keeps food cold. It is usually very large. The answer is a refrigerator. This drill teaches you something more valuable than memorizing one new word. It teaches you how to survive without the word. That survival skill creates confidence. You begin to understand. I do not need to know every word to continue speaking. You should also learn 3 emergency phrases. I don't know the exact word, but it is something that. It is the kind of thing you use for. These phrases protect your speech. For example, I don't know the exact word, but it is something that protects your eyes from the sun. You mean sunglasses. The listener may give you the missing word. Then you can say, yes, sunglasses, that is the word. Now you have learned the word through a real conversation. Never allow one missing brick to destroy the whole house. Walk around it, describe it, compare it, show its purpose, give an example. Your vocabulary may disappear for a moment, but your voice does not have to disappear with it. Lesson 5. The sentence block code. Stop building English word by word. Imagine trying to build a house every morning before entering it. That would take too much time. But this is exactly what many learners do with English. They build every sentence from zero. They choose the first word, then the second word. Then they think about grammar. Then they check the order. By the time the sentence is complete, the conversation has moved forward. Natural speaking becomes faster when you stop carrying single words and begin carrying sentence blocks. A sentence block is a group of words that your mouth already knows. For example, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me think. The reason is, it depends on, I used to, I'm trying to, I would like to. Could you explain that? I have never thought about that. These groups should live in your mouth as one piece. Do not build. I plus am plus not plus sure. Practice. I'm not sure. Say it as one sound movement. This is the sentence block code. Strong speakers do not create every sentence word by word. They use ready pieces and connect them. Look at this answer. I'm not sure, but I think it depends on the situation. This sounds like one sentence, but it contains 3 blocks. I'm not sure, but I think. It depends on. You can use the same blocks in hundreds of conversations. I'm not sure, but I think it is possible. I'm not sure, but I think we need help. I'm not sure, but I think he is busy. The block stays the same. Only the final idea changes. This reduces mental work. You are no longer creating the entire sentence. Most of it is already waiting for you. Here is a practical method called block substitution. Start with one block. I want to. Now change only the ending. I want to improve my English. I want to call my friend. I want to buy a new phone. I want to rest. I want to understand this lesson. Now take another block. I need to finish my work. I need to drink some water. I need to leave early. I need to practice more. Next, I'm trying to speak clearly. I'm trying to wake up early. I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to stay calm. You are teaching your mouth a fixed road while your mind changes the destination. Create 5 personal blocks for your real life. Do not choose difficult textbook phrases. Choose blocks you actually need. For example, at the moment the main problem is, one thing I noticed is, I don't really like. The best part was, now save 5 different sentences with each block. That gives you 25 sentences without building 25 new structures. You can also collect blocks from videos. But do not collect long, beautiful quotations. Collect useful speaking pieces. When you hear, that makes sense, save it. When you hear, I didn't mean that, save it. When you hear, what I'm trying to say is, save it. Repeat each block many times. Say it while walking. Say it while washing dishes. Say it while looking in the mirror. The goal is not only to remember the block. The goal is to make your mouth remember it. Your brain may know a sentence, but speaking needs physical memory too. The lips, tongue, breath, and jaw must become familiar with the movement. When blocks become automatic, you gain mental space. You can focus on the meaning because your mouth already knows the road. Do not try to memorize the whole English language. Build a small number of powerful blocks and use them everywhere. Fluency is not always having more words. Sometimes fluency is having fast access to the words you already know. Lesson 6. The no time to think drill. Force your brain to answer in English. Translation grows in empty time. When you give your mind 10 seconds to answer, it usually returns to its old habit. It creates the answer in your first language. It searches for perfect words. It checks grammar. It begins judging you. That is why some practice must happen under gentle pressure. Not dangerous pressure, not embarrassing pressure, just enough pressure to stop overthinking. I call this the no time to think drill. The rule is simple. You must answer before your translation system becomes fully active. Set a timer for 1 minute. Choose a simple topic: food, work, family, your room, your morning, your phone. Ask yourself very short questions. What did you eat? Where do you work? What time did you wake up? What is near you? What do you need today? Give yourself only 2 seconds for each answer. Your answers can be short. I ate eggs. I work at home. I woke up at 7. My phone is near me. I need more time. Do not try to sound impressive. The drill is successful when the answer comes directly. Speed first, length later. After the first round, repeat the same questions and make each answer slightly longer. I ate eggs and bread. I work at home in the morning. I woke up at 7 because I had work. Your brain has already traveled the road once. The second journey becomes easier. Now try the rapid choice drill. Give yourself 2 choices and answer immediately. Tea or coffee? Tea, because I drink it every morning. City or village? Village, because it is quiet. Morning or night? Morning, because my mind feels fresh. Books or movies? Movies, because they help me relax. This drill is powerful because the topic is already small. You do not need to search through your whole life. You only choose and explain. Another technique is the 5-object race. Look around. Name 5 objects quickly. Then make one sentence about each object. Table. The table is brown. Phone. My phone needs charging. Window. The window is closed. Bag. My bag is on the floor. Light. The light is very bright. Do this without stopping between objects. Your English begins connecting with your environment at real speed. Now use the question storm. Record 10 questions on your phone. Leave a 2-second gap after every question. Play the recording and answer inside each gap. For example, what is your name? Where do you live? What did you do yesterday? What are you wearing? What do you want to learn? What makes you happy? Do not pause the recording. Do not restart. Let the questions continue. This creates the feeling of real conversation. You learn to recover after weak answers. Maybe one answer is incomplete. Let it go. Answer the next question. This is an important skill. Real fluency does not mean every sentence is perfect. It means one weak sentence does not destroy the next sentence. Some learners make one mistake and mentally leave the conversation. Their body is still there, but their mind is reviewing the mistake. The no time to think drill teaches you to continue. You made a mistake? Continue. You forgot a word? Describe it. Your pronunciation sounded strange? Continue. Your sentence was too simple? Continue. Conversation rewards recovery. It does not reward silent perfection. Practice this drill for only 5 minutes. It should feel fast, active, and slightly uncomfortable. That small discomfort is your old habit losing control. Do not practice speed for 1 hour. Your mind may become tired. 5 focused minutes are enough. Tomorrow, repeat the same drill. As the answers become easier, add new questions. You are not forcing your brain to become perfect. You are forcing it to choose English before translation. Lesson 7. The direct speech switch. The moment English stops feeling foreign. English feels foreign when you only visit it. You open a book. You watch a lesson. You complete an exercise. Then you close English and return to your real life. Your first language carries your feelings, needs, jokes, problems, decisions, and daily thoughts. English remains outside your life. It becomes a subject instead of a voice. The direct speech switch happens when English begins entering ordinary moments. You do not wait for class. You do not wait for a speaking partner. You use English while life is happening. When you wake up, say, I'm still tired. When you check the time, say, it is later than I expected. When you cannot find something, say, where did I put it? When your phone battery is low, say, I need to charge my phone. When food tastes good, say, this is really good. When you make a mistake, say, that was my fault. These are small sentences, but they create a huge change. English becomes connected to real emotion and real action. It stops feeling like borrowed language. It begins feeling like another way to express yourself. Here is your main day 1 practice. Choose one part of your day and make it an English-only zone. Do not choose the whole day. That is too difficult. Choose 10 minutes, perhaps while making tea, perhaps while getting dressed, perhaps while cleaning your room. During those 10 minutes, speak only simple English. Describe what you are doing. I am filling the cup. The water is hot. I need some sugar. I am looking for a spoon. I put too much water. This cup is not clean. You do not need an audience. You are building direct speech inside a safe space. Next, add micro-reactions. These are the tiny things we naturally say during the day. Oh, I see. That is strange. Not again. Here it is. I forgot. That is better. I don't like this. This is enough. Let's do it. These short reactions are important because they come from the moment. You are not translating a planned speech. You are responding directly to life. Now practice one daily story. At the end of the day, speak for 2 minutes about what happened. Use only easy English. Today I woke up late. I felt tired. I had some tea. Then I started my work. In the afternoon, I spoke to a friend. We talked for 10 minutes. After that, I finished an important task. Do not stop to search for advanced vocabulary. Do not try to make the story exciting. The purpose is to teach your brain that daily life can be stored and expressed in English. You can also create an English emergency list. These are sentences you need when your brain becomes slow. Give me a moment. Let me say it another way. I don't know the exact word. What I mean is, I understand, but I cannot explain it well. Could you say that again? I am still learning. These sentences give you control. You no longer feel helpless when communication becomes difficult. You have a way forward. One day, something surprising will happen. You will see an object and remember the English word first. You will hear a question and answer before translating. You will make a small mistake and continue speaking. You will forget a word and explain it without panic. You may not notice the exact moment the switch happens, but you will notice the result. English will begin arriving faster, not because you forced yourself to learn thousands of new words in one day, not because your grammar became perfect overnight. It will arrive faster because you finally gave it a direct road. Remember what you practiced today. Start within 3 seconds. Connect English with meaning. Use a first word key. Escape around missing vocabulary. Speak with ready sentence blocks. Answer under gentle pressure. Bring English into real moments. This is how English stops living only in your head. This is how it reaches your mouth, and this is how speaking slowly becomes natural. Not because you never make mistakes, but because mistakes no longer have the power to silence you.